Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for part 8 of our Space Marine Let's Play. Slow brain moment there. This week we'll pick up where we were last week, which was trying to rendezvous with our allies. So without further ado, we'll get into it.
Sidonus, Leandros, respond.
So we'll just
Captain,
wander through this, but
the Inquisitor insisted you could not have survived.
Well, I did, and I have his precious power source.
We set a rendezvous in Hab Center Andris. These tunnels will spit us out there eventually.
Fine. Continue heading toward the Hab Center.
so you can see the orcs moving in this one. This makes it a bit of a maze. I really shouldn't be using my ammo though. Oh, I will for that though. Brilliant! Give me that good stuff. In a way, it's kind of a pity that this isn't normally what you would see, like terrain-wise, in the game. There is in, say, like a Kill Team game. You can set it up to be in like sewers and that sort of stuff, but the main game, because it's, you know, army building stuff, you don't really have much in the way of you know, hang out in the sewers and explore and stuff. I mean, you would in, say, like Dark Heresy or Inquisitor, which were like role-playing games. Set within the universe. Oh, that's probably not something you should be hitting with an axe. I love that you can carve people in half in this.
Space Marines, kill them! Kill them, Space Marines!
I really do miss the chainsaw though. I mean, power axes are, you know, they're fun. But they really take out the brutality. I love the death sounds in this. It's not quite Street Fighter level though, you know. The good old noise that you get at the end. You win. Perfect. Man, that sound was like gold when I was growing up.
Space Marines to kill!
My middle brother was like a rabid fan of Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. We used to play it all the time on a squig on the old Sega Mega Drive. And that, of course, the first console we actually had was a Sega Master System 2 with Alex Kidd in Miracle World built into it. Which I also find quite funny because as a kid, we all called it Alex the Kid. It wasn't until I was an adult that I realised it's actually Alex Kidd in Miracle World, not Alex the Kid. Read. but you keep shooting me while I'm trying to talk. Nah, I don't need grenades. We're also really big on like Mortal Kombat and, you know, using the blood code to get the blood and the gory stuff. And the old, you know, bashing each other down to low health and stuff so that we could try out the fatalities. I mean, I know that like Mortal Kombat and stuff is still fun now, and it's a hell of a lot more brutal for that sort of stuff. But I miss the old simplistic side, you know, and things like heading to the old arcade to actually play these games. Well, I knew standing near that pipe was gonna come back to bite me in the butt. Okay, like, I can hear them. I can't, well, I was gonna say, I can hear them, I can't see them. Turn around and there they are. Not good. I thought they were just making grubby old man sounds. Oh. Saw that pipe, knew I had to watch out for it, stood by it anyway. Lop some grenades to these ones. Oh no, he is not low enough for me to... Okay. We might lose it here. So I have not got this guy low enough to actually get him into execution level. Now I do. Just gotta win this battle with him. Oh. Oh, that's alright. He wasn't quite knocked through the wall. Sometimes this feels like that, you know, that joke about reloading weapons. You know, I've shot one bullet, better reload. Okay, so we've also got squigs around again. Always pays to be aware of your environment. He says before undoubtedly being surprised by something that he can't avoid. Murphy's Law. At least in this case we can use the old squigs to our advantage. Have you heard that crack? That was my jaw. I'm now on a waiting list to see people at the hospital for it. They'll get in contact with me sometime in the next 4 months, they said.
Adeptus Astartes recognized.
Yes.
Ultramarines chapter. Access granted.
This is the melter gun. This is probably the closest thing to a shotgun that this game has. In the multiplayer, this was like the weapon you wanted for close combat.
Even here, the tech priests honor their machine god. Shoot those humans! Shoot
You get a space marine close to you and you unleash that, it melts their armor. That's why it was a great weapon for close quarters. Now the reason why I'm saying it's not like a flamethrower is because technically it's not a flamethrower. It doesn't throw flame, it's just like... It's like superheated air or something. I can't remember it exactly. Or a superheated gas. So it comes out in like a quick burst. It's basically what you need for the anti-armor in the game. So if a person had like a melter gun and they were right by your tank was probably not going to survive. That was back when I played it. Melter was the bane of armor. Fantastic weapon. Oh. You keep distance for that one. Where's the sound for a skull again? I can't see one. So there might have been a servo skull there. Hold on. Yeah, there was probably one there. I got both that are in this chapter anyway, as far as I'm aware. So that might have been the location for one of them if you ever play this yourself. Could you imagine living in a place like this though? He says he's walking into a wall because he wasn't watching what he was doing. I mean, obviously you're not going to like live in a Titan factory. Unless war's on.
Space Marines! Come on, boys! Kill the Space Marines!
And I love how orcs talk, eh? Get 'em, boys! Oh, Space Marine! I wonder where all the others went. Like, if you can ever read the stories about orcs in 40k fiction, they're normally pretty damn funny. Brutal, but funny. Well, I did think that was going to be a cutscene, but obviously not. Ooh. Another flesh thing.
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Access
Superior
authorized.
Fury. Basically, it's just better. It's an upgrade to the Fury mode, which I really haven't used a lot. It will drain slower now, which is handy.
This way out, boys! Shoot those humans! Again! Shoot me! Move it! Space Marines! Space Marines!
Oh no, the squig's there. No explosion. Then there is an explosion. Through the spine, then through the skull. Oh.
This way out, boys!
don't know that. Well, it is. So I can hear, yeah, grunting of a squig. Can't actually see squig.
Kill them all!
Execute him for a bit of health. Through the shoulder. Alright. So now we've got a guy with the rocket launcher. Not for much longer though.
Again! Shoot me again! Space Marines!
Okay, well, obviously the other orc
Them Space Marines!
blew up stuff. So hopefully we can assassinate him to get a bit of health.
It's a fight now!
And him. I mean, you'd have to have phenomenal amounts of strength to lift somebody off the ground like that. Anyway,
Humans to again! Shoot me again!
get to the next.
Captain Titus.
Oh,
Well
hello.
met, brothers. Any idea of our position?
We should be nearing an access point to the surface. The air smells a bit cleaner.
I've had enough of tunnels. Let's get out of here and find the Inquisitor before the orcs do.
When? Oh, there we go. It's just saved it. So what I'll do is I'll end it here this week, and we'll pick up again next week. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.